I figured a quiet church would be the perfect place to sit and think about what we can do. So far, it hasn't done me much good. There has to be something we can do to help protect the people of Erebonia, or help the people of Erebonia, but what? Yeah, though hopefully, whatever we decide on will help people in Nord too. There's gotta be something that only we can do that will help better people's lives. We just need to figure out what that is. That's about the point I'm at too. Still, if we keep thinking it over, I'm sure the winds and the goddess will grant us their inspiration eventually. This does actually seem like a pretty good place to brainstorm. Maybe I should join him for a while. Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, there's someone I'd like you to meet. A friend of mine, in fact. A friend of yours? You have friends, guys? Weird. Yep, follow me. I'll introduce you. You should be in the village right now. Is this friend of yours here? Oh, is it like a hawk? I can't sense anyone. I suppose even you would have trouble sensing him. Especially if you're trying to sense a person. What am I looking for if he's not a person? Here he is. Yep, a hawk indeed. Did he come all the way from Nord? Is that a hawk? Huh. Looks like the one who helped save us from those Jaegers in Nord. The very same, in fact. He's a friend of mine who watches over the Nord Highlands from above. His name's Zio. He was named after one of the warriors who fought alongside Emperor Drykos during the war. Scree. Huh. He looks so cool up close. What's he doing all the way out here? Your guess is as good as mine. Spotted him on the roof of the Phoenix Wings last night. He might have followed our scent. All the way from Nord, though? That's quite the distance. I mean, it's not like we just like... It's not like there was scent... It's not like there was a trail of scent left behind. I wonder why he would follow us. I wish I could say for sure, but I like to think that he wants to lend us his aid. He watched us slip up a few times during our battles, so I imagine he thinks he can make things a little easier. Scree. I see. Well, he's already gotten us out of a bind once. And if he's gotten your glowing endorsements, I'm sure he'll make one hell of an ally. Okay, welcome to the team, whoa. I think he's trying to say he has no intention of getting too friendly with us. He'll just watch over us from above like he did before, lending us his aid whenever he sees fit. Hey, that works too. In that case, thanks for watching our backs, Zio. Scree. See ya, Zio. Man, I wish Bado could do that. Wow, we're finding allies left and right these days, aren't we? Certainly feels that way, though I bet he sees us more as weaklings in need of protection than allies. Either way, I'm sure his support will be invaluable in the days ahead. Yeah, I don't doubt that. And I could say the same about yours. Likewise. They quietly watch Zio fly off into the distance before turning to the church together. Bond with Guys strengthens. Guys learned the craft Hunter Wing earlier than he would otherwise. This craft allows him to summon Zio to do damage in a line. Cool. Yeah, I suppose I should do this while I'm here. Let's go for it. Yeah, I missed quite a few. I saw some of the ones I missed and it was like, oh shoot, it's right there.
That wasn't so great.
No, I can do that. Wait, can I really lower difficulty on this? I didn't even notice that before. I didn't even consider that a possibility. Not too hard. Not too hard at all.
I did it!
You just got another course at some point, I suppose. I mean, that seemed like it was the biggest obstacle, ultimately. So, okay, what do I get? Yep. Passion leggings. Oh my. Purple dotted. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thanks. Lord Teo's condition improving has no doubt caused Arthur to pick up as well. He truly loves his master, I can tell you that. Oh, is that his horse? Oh, I was wondering what Arthur was before. I'll have to be sure to keep him well brushed for when Lord Teo is fit to ride him again. Okay. Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why Yunka Phi is so fond of this village. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Claus here one day. We'd be happy to have them. And don't worry, I'm sure you have plenty of chances once the war is over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. I'm still at a loss as to how, though. What should we do, I wonder? She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her some good. Yep. Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? We could take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem. That does sound reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? Okay, Laura. What do you want to see in my room? I know you like swords, but I don't only have the one. I don't. So this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Yunka Phi. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the Eight Leaves School? Oh, I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were really interested in. Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I'm afraid I really don't have all that much. Wait, actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave me gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I like that very much. This has quite a refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival. But it seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now? I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? No, afraid not. The letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If rumor is to be believed, he's as proficient with the blade as Father, if not more so. Are you worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is as immense as ever, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with the other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and the Knight from Ouroboros. Yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do now in the meantime is to keep going and do what we're able to. So as long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe? No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, I know we can overcome it, so long as we're together. Bond with Law strengthens, and up to 3. Cool. Tidying up the storehouse is such a pain in the neck. Mabel, please make sure you don't say anything like that in front of our visitors. Although I can't deny that it's true. My back's starting to hurt even. Gee, I wonder why. I sure wish I had that problem. Please, just stop. Oh my goodness. That's sort of... I mean... It seems like they're not that much different between the two of them, but okay. Sure. Oh, you up for some billiards? Deciding what our class should do has proven more difficult than expected. Still, I left Berea hard so that I can make my own decisions about my life. I'll make this one for myself too. Even if the decision is yours, the burden doesn't have to be. House Aberray's problems concern every single one of us. There's no reason you need to sort all of this out on your own. I've been with you this long, that's not going to change. Thank you, but I'm aware. I bet a break would help clear his mind and make better decisions. Shall I drag him into one? Yep. Hey, wanna come look after Arthur with me for a bit? Man, so many of these are based around animals, that's great. Who in the blazes is Arthur? Oh, was that the name of a family horse? Yeah, got it in one. Since you're kind of a horse expert, I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out with him for a bit. Why not? I'd like to see him myself. Lead on. This is a fine horse. It has a strong air of dignity about it, much like the young horses back at the academy. Yeah, he does. He's pretty friendly, too, isn't he? He's been here since Dad took me in, so he's getting up there in years. But he's still got that same energy. Dad still takes him out hunting along with Badeau. I see. I imagine his dignified appearance is a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of some exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be. Wow, I'm amazed you could tell that. You're not in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why. Then, if we can, I'd like to do something about that. What about you say giving him a good brushing before we take him out? I think he'd like that a lot, actually. So brushing Arthur and giving him all the care and adoration a horse could dream of, Green and Eustace took him out into the mountain path. He seems really happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance. So it appears. I imagine that he'd rather go out hunting with his master, however. Horses are always far more comfortable with their usual rider. My family and the riding clubs are no exception. That makes sense, but with Dad's injuries, I don't think he'll be fit to go out hunting anytime soon. Speaking of the riding club, do you have any clue what's going on back at Thor's? You're the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figured you might know something. Oh, that's a very good question. Mind you, I was only able to do so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of House Berea as best I could. Unfortunately, my authority pales in comparison to my father, Rufus, so I'm afraid that was the most I could do. That's a shame. Still, I appreciate you trying. Well, if you're able to get it out of there, you weren't able to at least understand what the situation there was? Are they under martial law? Are they all basically expelled? I don't know. I really do owe you a lot, though, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur. Hardly think I deserve your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions falls upon my shoulders as well. I have a duty to do all within my power to atone for that to both Baron Swarther and Emert's people. I'm sure my brother feels similarly. Even if he appears to be prioritizing his role in the Civil War at the moment. Like I said back in Brayhard, there's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened here. I understand that you're concerned about your father and your brother, but dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward. You do have a point. No burden out there exists that you should have to shoulder alone. Not as long as you're a member of Class 7, as long as we're together, we'll be able to carry the weight of any burden. One would think I'd be used to how our class works by now. And the Imperial nobility shows its spirit through actions over words. Exactly. We both know what we need to do. We swore it to one another when we fought that moment you came back to us. Indeed, and I fully intend to do as promised. Two continued walking along the path with Arthur a little longer, then eventually turned and descended the mountain. Of course, upon their return to Immer, they gave him a generous helping of food before going back to the Phoenix Wings. Bond user strengthens. Cool. Oh, Marcus, you know, I was actually going to hang out with you, but apparently I can't because I brought you with, but okay. Wait, is that really the issue here? Because I can hang out with Elisa. Ah, whatever. Time to find Emma. It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Not that the decision will be particularly easy. Yeah, we're all glad to have you weighing in on the matter, though. Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from the shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret. I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure does look happy about it. Okay, now I'm getting curious. Yes, yes. I know Celine's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you for your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shop here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. Really? That would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. Reen and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this secrecy's creeping me out anyways. Reen and Emma left a slightly sulky Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was that Emma was searching for. Here we go. The color looks just right, too. A color? That's wool, right? I didn't know you can knit. I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now, as a sort of reunion present. It's almost done, too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it off in our living room? That way, you should be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. Sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Reen. After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Reen decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, both of them enjoying the soothing warmth of the fire. Oh, I don't even know what to do about that. La 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 la. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. I don't see anything. Am I supposed to see something? Because I don't see a scarf. I just see her knitting nothing, basically. If she's really knitting nothing, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna take this scene from the perspective that she really is knitting nothing, and Reen's just humoring her, like, okay, Emma, going a little crazy there. I think this deep blue color will really suit her personally. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how it'll look when it's done. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really, I'm kind of jealous. I wish I had a sister. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from what I'm saying, from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita, though, at least. If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyways? You said that she was something of a sister to you when we first found out her true identity, right? She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I'll never be able to catch up with her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is just keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. So it's going to be an imaginary talent? She's going to have imaginary stuff happening to her? All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. When you put it that way, I do sound crazy. You have a point. Thank you for the encouragement, Reen. I feel a lot better now. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. Celine was promptly surprised by the lack of a scarf. And while she may not have put it in words, it was obvious from her purring that she was very pleased that she didn't have to wear a scarf, because that would sort of be weird. Cool. How do you like your imaginary scarf? Trust a human to make a scarf for a cat. In what world does it even qualify as a good idea? You're supposed to be resting, not wasting your energy. Oh, she's so shy. Oh, I mean, all that energy wasted and you didn't even have an actual scarf to make of it. Yep. You know, last time I really did think it was the people who I brought with me that I wasn't able to actually hang out with, but now it just seems arbitrary. Well, you're part of Class 7, right? Well, seeing as Tova and Miles are safe, I'm guessing all the bracers here in Ereboni are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbow, though. Can't even get in touch with the Wenzel. A friend of yours? We go back a ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbow. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what move you guys are gonna make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be more than happy to join you, though. Maybe I should take her up on that. Yeah. Sounds nice, actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot. I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. Well, what do you say for a little change of venue? That's fine with me, but I'll stick with living the dry life. Figured you'd say that. Come on, then. No sooner had they arrived at the tavern than Sarah asked Gerald for an alcohol recommendation. And after she offered to pay, Reen settled on ginger ale. This is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you could make something so good out of rice of all things. It's a kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kafai brought here, I believe. Oh my goodness, Sarah drinking with those glasses on. This is beautiful. I'm sorry. You can't see her emotions very well, but this is beautiful. Gerald said it's called, Junmaishu. That Master Kafai sure knows his stuff. He sounds like the man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that offer if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action. I know. I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you've got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned myself a bit of alcoholic relaxation time personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet relief? Phrasing? My goodness. Okay, sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time, anyways? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. Oh, I was just lying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. The capital? Did you manage to find anything else? Did you manage to find anything out? No more than you did yourself, sad to say. Noble Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from looking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Cruisin province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. So, that was when I ended up getting in contact with Eustace. I see. It's pretty impressive that you were able to do all that on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it's nothing new to me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after the Jaeger attack too. Sounds like it was a pretty high-ranking corps too. Yeah, the Northern Jaegers, under orders from Duke Alberea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now too, so there's no real long-term damage there. We had the goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be here to help when you needed it the most, Reen. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't have possibly known what was going to happen. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. You always seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome, too. No, he's married. He's married. I don't like where this is going. Oh, relax, I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you've made it this far. Can you make it the rest of the way, too? Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding on what to do next. You're right. I'll be counting on your this stuff is awesome. Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passed out on the floor? Nah. After finishing her drink, Reen led an ever-so tipsy instructor back to the Phoenix Wings. Your bond with Instructor Sarah strengthens. Cool beans. Oh my, who to hang out with next? I suppose if I wanted to be as fair as I can, it would probably be Claire, since I haven't hung out with her at all. And as interested as I am to do that, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pick one of the characters I like. I guess I hung out more with Fee. I got extra stuff from Elisa. And I'll just hang out with Laura some more. That tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. I will note that, probably in terms of who I'm going for, in terms of the ones I'm going to try to get the most, Link stuff out of probably those same ones I did in the first game, because, those are just the characters I like the most, basically. Incidentally, Toffel mentioned that you used to train somewhat deep into the mountains, is that true? Yeah, the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning, going up there on your own. After that break, I feel like doing something a bit more active. Walk in the crypts, mountains, snow, could clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk, but isn't that like half a day away? Sure, why not? If you're really that interested, I could show you the way there. Would you? I'd be very grateful. We should set out at once. Together, Laura and Reen climbed the Ema mountain path, the destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at an area where Reen once trained under Master Kafai. Yeah, here. I thought this was like half a day's away. I could have sworn. It probably doesn't matter. I'm probably nitpicking, even if I am not wrong in that. Ooh, I wasn't expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Not that far, really. You conducted your training at a remarkable distance from Ema for one so young. Yeah, we spent about a month living up here away from civilization. I trained almost every day, but even when I wasn't training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice. Oh my, that does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? I can't fault it, however. The XSEED school does have some similar practices. Even when I was a child, I often joined the students in training in the mountains. I'm not surprised to hear that the XSEED school's training is right up there at the 8 Leaves. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Lisa was really worried about me. She wouldn't stop crying when I finally come back home. That's not too hard to picture. Taking a long look at the scenery, there's no doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise. Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here, being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder just how small and insignificant we really are. I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war. Sorry, Laura, I'm not following. No matter how much its wielder trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against the force of tanks or soldats. That being the case, what significance do swords even have in this war? been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer. That's a good question. Yet when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those worries. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior that the Alliance Maiden was able to end the war of her time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed. Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in ending this war too, even if they can't do it alone. My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it, and as a class, I know we will. After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ima. Law strengthened. Not quite 4. So sad. I'm so sad.